Hey! Good night, everybody. Welcome to the Real Talk Show. All you don't see what is going on this side of this place. We start a little late, but big up to everybody in the crowd here tonight. You know, I encourage everybody to join who joining online. Welcome. Whoever here for the first time, we have some nice giveaways for you. Before we start off, we have some special people here with us, right? On my left-hand side, I have a young man. But before we go to him, we must go to the first lady. Her name is Onika, alright? I'll give Onika something. Now I know I missed that face. She was in Florida and I missed that face from last time, yeah? Well, they cry on again, but anyhow, we have, you know, Alberto Mendez here with us. Eh? Give Alberto something. Alberto drink glue today, so his mouth kind of closed. I know it is going on tonight.
Yes, sorry, I am here.
His mouth a little close tonight, right? And then we have Keelan Stewart here with us. So let's get Keelan something.
Hot topic tonight.
Now, there are custom seeing our face on some videos, but I know it is going on tonight, right? I'll allow him. But you know, also tonight we have somebody special. Her name is Celeste Ferreira. You know Celeste something?
Facebook Live!
Celeste, tell them what the people we winning tonight and let me hear what is going on now.
Right, well, you all know tonight we're talking about play that funky music, right?
Watch your language, continue.
What for the stressy sentence and that kind of thing, right? But we have some giveaways and we want to hear from you all. So if you're here, you're listening, let us know in the comments. We have some giveaways, right? You can win. We have two of these giveaways. So we have an adult, what I mean? Anyhow, an adult gift voucher. It means it's not a child ticket, right?
It's to go and watch a movie, Celeste?
Yeah, so you can, $100,
so it's not a kid's voucher, it's for
adults.
adults. That's what it means,
You know,
Celeste.
so, but still go and see something PG-13 and thing, right? That would be real. We have two of those. We have our Haagen-Dazs. So if this is what we want to hear in the comments, right? You know, always have somebody, some friend, and you're liming with them and they always playing this song. And they find a new song and they just play it over and over. We want you to hail them out in the comments tonight. I want to hail out Amanda from work. She played, I'm sure you all know Despacito. She played that song over and over. I know all the lyrics and the song in Spanish, right? So that's what we're talking about tonight, music. Let's do this, y'all.
All right, let me get this thing started, right? You know, tonight we're going to have some interesting stuff, right? But you know, we talk about music, right? And you know, maybe that's where the effects on music in our life. So before I start off, I want to ask maybe Alberto, what's maybe, you know in music it has things like genres, right? Genres. Where's it maybe genre? I don't know.
Well, the music I really used to listen to was, I used to listen to plenty techno. That was one of my...
Oh, you can see it. Picture a glue stick around that neck. Oh, you can see that.
I used to listen to plenty techno, plenty rap, and plenty dancehall.
Oh, okay.
What's that?
Yeah.
Interesting mix.
But genres kind of change within a little time, but we'll get to
Depending on the
that.
seasons of your life, the genre change.
Back in those days was real rap.
Let me hear Nix. What's your genres?
Oh my goodness, that's hard to say. I can't say, you know.
You can't say?
Boy, I'm being real honest with you.
What do you mean?
All right. I would say...
I have no clue.
I would say...
Some funny stuff going on in the audience. I don't know what is going on, right?
I would say contemporary, alternative kind of music. Like...
you don't look like a contemporary type.
Contemporary, I don't look like what that means.
It means what it means, but anyhow.
And maybe, what you call that? Maybe R&B.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. You don't like reggae?
Well, again, like my boy here at a time.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know,
okay,
at a time in my life.
What is yourself, Keelan?
Well, music, all types of music. When I used to check my iPod, there are a place called Pilau, because all the genres mix up now. But for the most part, a little reggae. All they didn't know my father from Jamaica and thing. All they didn't know that.
Yeah, man.
Surprise all,
Yeah,
so I grew up a little reggae, a little Bob Marley.
From the yard.
Yeah, so Bob Marley in my heart,
From
a little bit,
backyard.
just a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I respect that.
So reggae is the thing you like?
Yeah, I really like reggae.
Oh, okay. Now, in case you're wondering, when I eating jerk seasoning all over the place, is this man father is eating it in the pig. He's the man making it, yeah?
You want to hear about your genre?
My genre?
Yeah.
I like Indian
guess.
music.
Don't go there. Do not go there.
I like I like to roll up the task
Well,
and
you're out of
then
time.
Yes.
Out of time. Stop this silliness.
I'll be honest, I just like music. I used to listen to any kind of music. I
Yeah,
see
but
kind
that's
of
me.
guy you're walking on. Well, I mean, not just listen. I mean, actually, you know, like people can say I like one song. That's not me. I like any kind of music. Like 1 minute you're walking on my street, you'll be hearing hard pong. Yeah, and a hard rap, cussing all kind of thing.
Right.
Sad to say. They're not something I'm proud to say, right? And then the next week, you're hearing real Tabanka music. My neighbors used to be very confused about what was to be going on inside of my brain.
But in there anywhere, was there any chutney or anything?
Well, I used to
like
go down on my
chutney.
knee. I used to dance and go down on my knee, so I know if you know. I never consider that chutney, but I know it is better with that.
Boy.
But I guess you know, and I used to like carnival and thing too, so.
Okay.
Soca.
So like soca music and them kind of thing, right? Yeah. So basically, what we talking about here, music for all the people who now joining, and today we want to discuss on this, not necessarily just about maybe one genre, right? Because not necessarily about what style of music you listen to, right? But it means that generally music have an effect on all of us, right? And one of the things I came up with maybe when I say like what is music, right? I say music is a form of expression of the things we love and the things, how we feel. You know what I mean? So the things that we love and how we feel. So it means that the people who are going through sad things, they tend to, express how they feel in those moments. But it's a form of what people say is an art of how we express ourselves. Yeah,
The art of expression.
yeah, that's one of the ways we express ourselves through music, right? So on that note, right, we have a little video that we want to share with you all, right? Now, this man here, his name is Keelan. Where did you went and take this video, Keelan?
All over Savannah.
He went all over in the savannah,
over
right?
the
All in how
savannah.
big that Queenspark savannah is, right?
Yeah,
He went all over. He went and fly kite in the night, all kind of thing, right? But we had to check this video. All over, throw that up there for me. Let's see what is going on here.
Yo, let's show
Let me be real.
Let me be real.
Let me be real.
So you don't know what we're talking about today. We're talking about something real unique and might surprise you. We're talking about music and if it really matters. Yes, so we need Savannah, cassava, banana. You see, I just going off the top of my dome. I'm not in my house, I'm not in my home. I need Savannah, I want to get a snow cone. If music really matters, if you're going to play a Bob Marley in your wedding, I don't know. I don't know if music is for a certain place at a certain time. We don't know. We had to let the people tell me. So yeah, Kyle, everybody in Real Talk, we ready. Boom. Some lyrics to our song, right? You tell me what you think. I have no behavior. I say no. What is behavior? I don't know. I never had no behavior. I like it so. I disgusting. Call me disgusting. You disgusting. We disgusting.
Confused, boy.
Hey, the man say he confused.
That song should not be playing at a 6-year-old child.
I disagree.
Party. This day just does not as good as it was before.
Hey, she said music not as good as it was before. I'm gonna swing from the chandelier. From the chandelier. I'm gonna live like tomorrow doesn't exist. Like it doesn't exist. I'm gonna fly like a bird through the night. Feel my tears as they dry.
Now, well, it's song good. According to what mood you might just be meditating, holding our meds, and you hear the chandelier come on, you just hold our meds.
It would be a good song to sing. Let some frustrations out.
Yeah. I really like a good song.
It's conquering depression or alcoholism.
That song that's there, get up and do something. You just be free now, man. Don't let nothing hold you back.
So I do a little research here and there. Some friends tell me it's about suicide. So when I say suicide, I listen to the song and say, well, that ain't really sound like suicide, but apparently she a little depressed and she didn't care about tomorrow and she didn't care if she hung up herself on a little chandelier, right? So it might be as positive as we thought, right? Taking over me, taking over my soul is that kind of feeling that I cannot control. Messing with my body, messing with my mind. Every time it hit me, man, I just start to whine. I don't know, you know that song? You ever heard that song before?
Yeah, I hear that tune. I can't pinpoint the artist, but I hear that tune.
Never heard that song before?
I don't remember the name of my song, but I know Cohen was sing it.
Taking over me soul.
I forget the rest of the words.
He started off real passionate.
Now, me personally, I find that is a reflection of our culture. And to be honest, we introducing the culture to the kids one time. They gonna get it anyway when they get older, so it's best to get it now.
Hey, what? The kids gonna get anyway. So let's start from 6. Bassman. Hail Mary to the city. You're a virgin. And Jesus, yeah, Savior. Life starts when the church ends. Come here for school. Graduated to the high life. Ballers, rap stars, addicted to the limelight.
Is that Jay-Z?
Maybe. Yeah, it's a Jay-Z.
Yeah, when he does sing them kind of thing.
Jay-Z and Alicia Keys.
Jay-Z and Alicia Keys.
It's a good song. I mean, to be honest, I like the Alicia Keys part of it. The melody sounds nice. I mean, Jay-Z is saying some questionable stuff there, but I mean, you know.
If I have a little youth man, a little Charlo Jr., I'll watch what I play. Like, I'll play the Jay-Z. I wouldn't play the Jay-Z, and I wouldn't play some soca, because music is one thing that could influence anybody to do anything. And if you was a youth man hearing somebody you might be idolized, talking about certain things that could persuade you, or that could sway your beliefs, or what you think. I could be teaching you one thing. Jay-Z say X, Y, and Z. I teach you ABC. You might go with Jay-Z because I mean he's Jay-Z. Who's me? With that rhyme.
Hey, this man on fire.
Let me be real. Let me be real.
Let me be real. Hey.
Let me be real.
No, you know, that's some real interesting stuff we hear there, right? Now, you realize, now, you know, one thing I come to realize, right, with music, right? Anybody know the song, Stand By Me? It's darling, stand by me. Yeah, but to lost is like a generation gap. I can't understand that one, do, right? But when I sing the next song, you know, right? No. No, it's strange enough, later on when they get older, they make a song with the same melody. I don't know, would you agree that song a little catchy, I think? Yeah, a little catchy, you know, you hear that, you know, a little Bobby and Echo, whatever, the kind of thing to that, right? Then they make over the next song, it's called Beautiful Girls. And that's the same melody, and the song used to go, you're just too beautiful. Yeah, you all want to do me dirt, you had me suicidal. Yeah, and this is songs that people, you know, nodding their head to, and you know, they're going along with it right now. Remember I told you all I believe music is a part of, you know, something that we love or we express towards it, right? Now to add on with instruments, because you know instruments have meaning, right? So I'll give you an example, right? Anybody notice when you're listening to a sad moment in a movie, the music just have a little impact on you somehow?
Yes,
it's actually
it
create the environment where you start to feel to cry.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I'll give you an example, right?
Like Titanic.
Yeah?
Like Last Flight.
Like Last Flight. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah? When I hear this,
I was given out a song called Last Flight.
Oh. He needs to be on the last flight. But anyhow. Yeah. When they hear these kind of, that's just that, and most of the time it's just instrumentals, right? Now when you add lyrics to it, it is add a whole dimension to the song that they'll be totally different, right? So Nika, I know so many lyrics to some songs that maybe we are accustomed listening to and hearing, and maybe you might even think that that's what it means. But let me hear what somebody thinks. I know maybe you can pick one song next. We now a whole night to
run I wouldn't read, obviously I cannot read the whole song, right?
Right, but let you have a little piece there.
I will read a little of...
Well, let's see what's going on right now. Shall I bring nothing close to
No, I do not. I have on my glasses.
Nice.
All the time, man. Right. This is, you all know Pink, right?
Yes, of course. She have Pink here.
Not anymore, but I used to actually listen to Pink. And you know, you put these lyrics into your spirit over and over and over and over. Because when you like, how many of y'all know when you like a song, you do not play it once? At least not me.
Of course, I know that.
Not
slap
me.
down, repeat.
I
it's
know
like,
that.
even now, like if I play a song and I like Chris, my daughters be like, oh gosh, mommy, again, and she's like, oh, right? So this is Pink, right? I'm lying here on the floor where you left me. I think it's too much. I'm crying here. What have you done? I thought it would be fun. I can't stay on life support. There's a shortage in the switch. I can't stay on this morphine. It's making me itch. I said I'll try to call the nurse, but she's been a little, it rhymes, right? I think I'll get out of here. Where can I go? Just run as fast as I can to the middle of nowhere and frustrated. And she's just going on to my frustrated, right? And that's why she's frustrated.
Right.
She looking to take drugs, basically. That's what she's saying. She won't call any nurse again because the nurse getting on bad. And so she just want to run somewhere. And that's why you put people, yeah, well, this is a little way back, right? I mean, Pink's still around, but this is like a good few years ago, right? And then I have another more popular one that a lot of us might know. I ain't going to say who it is and what it is. And I'll paraphrase a little bit, right? Let me read this for you. I grew up as a real good girl. Always home, don't go nowhere.
Okay.
As soon as I was introduced to carnival, they say I loose.
Loose.
All down on the ground.
She dragging a big truck, continue.
Right? She dragging all over town. They say I loose. Was never up in a party, my school bazaar I used to go, but since I introduced a bacchanal, they say I loose. And then it gets progressively worse. Where it's dragging, how it's dragging, and when. Right. So I don't want to, read the lyrics. But basically, that's what people sing for hours on end in carnival season, day after day after day, playing over and over and over. And not only, I mean, this is lyrics. I don't want to read it for my child.
All right.
And this is what people put into their heads.
What do you think about a nation playing that?
Wow.
Because that's just, we talk about just, your...
That we culture.
Exactly.
Sad thing is you
we
can't watch a music video.
No, well,
have a music, well, look at that. I didn't even know it.
I'm glad I don't even know it I one.
Real out of time, man.
Yeah, so, maybe what song that maybe I say it all the time, I don't know, so many words or something. When I say all the time, I just describe, I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah, well, I mean, the music I used to listen to, back in those, so, songs like this big singer like Eminem, I used to listen to him. And I mean, you all who know Eminem, he sings a lot of hate and unforgiveness, and who you want to get rid of, which he always brings up his mom and things like that. And that was some of the songs I used to be listening to, and
And what is that feeling?
Hatred and things like that.
Well, from the video you see, right? I don't know if they had it in the video, but I asked the guy, I say, I call this song, we disgusting, you disgusting. I say, brother man, here what? Your wedding night, you and your wife, set in the mood, you play that song, you say, yeah, that's a good song, vibes. We disgusting on the wedding night, I don't know. I can't agree with that one. And then I ask the next one, I say, would you play the Jay-Z at your 6-year-old party? And he goes like, no, you ain't playing that. You know what I mean? So music, obviously, and I want to really tie it into the fact that music is playing events. You know what I mean? If you go a party pumping and music done, party done. You understand?
Right.
So if you're playing all the time in music, it's setting a whole mood for people to behave all the time, Yeah. So you're not going to play that song in church. Right. You know what I mean? First communion, or they slap on the destra. That's not going to work. You understand? That's not going to tie together. And if you want somebody to perform at your wedding, you're not calling destra. You're walking on the aisle.
Who knows
that? Loose. Organize that. If that is you out there,
walking down the aisle,
if that is you, organize that.
And dragging it up the aisle.
Yeah, organize that. That's not a good way to start.
Who knows? I have one before we go over to Celeste. I have one like him Berto said. I used to listen to a lot of rap. I know kind of different song. I just want to read some of the lyrics for you all, right? Now, anybody knows where's Eminem's first song he ever came out with that's popular? No, this is not his first song like from what I know, but maybe his
Real
first
Slim Shady.
Yeah? Mine.
Yeah, some people who know songs.
We have some ancients inside here, boy.
And what his name was?
Slim Shady.
Slim Shady, right? Now, anybody know what's Eminem's real name?
Marshall Matters.
You won a prize.
Oh, let's say he thing, right? His real name is Marshall Matters. Anybody ever wonder why he used to call himself Slim Shady?
No.
I don't know.
He's slim and he's
You're
shady.
slim, exactly.
He was little
Shady.
slim and shady.
A little shady.
A little slim and little
That's
shady,
what I
right?
always thought.
That's what you thought, it? Well, all right. Well, what he thinks he did, he named him, it was something demonic, in case you all didn't know, right? A matter of fact, when it is his first song came out, you all know the lyrics for his first set of songs that came out. Hi, kids, do you like violence? Want to see me stick 9-inch nails to one of my eyelids? No, so for my point is this, right? He started to introduce a demon to the whole world.
Right.
And most of the people just saying, look at this great music there. And like, one of the things I'll tell you, right? Eminem may be one of the most creative rappers it ever had, right? So he knew how to create songs, and now she watches your face, she never used to listen to rap, right? So
That's not true.
The rap she know about is rapping doubles and them kind of thing.
That's not true, man.
Yeah? So here's one of these songs he sing, right? And I want to tell you listen to the lyrics of the song, right? Here what it says, right? Everybody bores me. They're just so corny. So at night before I sleep, I look in the mirror and the mirror grows lips and it whispers, come near. My darling, I don't ever want you to leave me, my darling. You and me were meant to be together, my darling. If I cannot have you, no one can. You are my darling, because I possess your soul, your mind, your heart, and your body. So I wanted to follow this, right? Wow. At this point in Eminem's career, he was actually going rehab, and he's actually trying to stop singing certain type of music and coming out in the music industry to get help, right? And what he's actually expressing in this song, he's actually expressing the same demon called Slim Shady. If you actually listen to most of the lyrics in the song, I ain't gonna do that, right? It's actually him having a war with Slim Shady, right? Yeah. And actually, this is the next verse, the second verse how it starts off. I'm gonna read it, right? Here it says, right? Shady, I know you're in there. So where? Come here, talk to me, sit here, pull up a chair. Why don't you cut your hair? And I want to explain what's going on, right? It was actually a demon he's actually having a conversation with, and he's actually expressing it through music. Right. And everybody, all of us, man, like in the world and before, we would go and we'd sit down and listen to this music and be entertained. And what is he? People would say he expressing maybe how he feels and his emotions, but it's actually more than that. And like some of y'all might know Beyonce. Anybody knows who Beyonce is called herself? Sasha Fierce. And she actually tells us... Sorry, Sasha. Yeah. She actually tells the public that she does not know what happened to her when she go on stage. There's something Sasha Fierce is take control, and she just do things that she's not accustomed doing. Yeah. You understand? And you know, the reason why I'm bringing up all this to make you all understand, right? Now, music is just more than what you might think. You might be just listening to a song, and anybody ever this happen to? I don't know, any crowd, anybody, right? You're going on in a maxi and the song out of time and you still not in your foot and thing? Not in your foot. Yeah, not in there. You're shaking that foot and not in your head and thing. And you just unconsciously just doing this. And somebody words his song is the worst thing you could ever hear in your life. True. But somehow you being entertained by it. But anyhow, what is going on online there, Celeste? Let me hear what is going on.
All right, well, we have some really interesting stuff going on
online.
But we have a few people to say good night to. So good night, Kerwin. Good night, Kerwin. Yeah, good night, Leona. Good night, Keisha. Good night, Kimberly. Song. Okay.
Waking up knowing there's a reason. All my dreams come alive. Life is for living with you.
Leona Prince continued. It's definitely for the vibes, the rhythm, the gadgets, and you basically define the phrase.
Is she singing that Gloria stuff on there for us? The rhythm is going to get you. Anyhow, go ahead. Continue.
But she says today's music is really not as good as the old times though. Jay Sean and his house. Good night, Jay Sean. He said his favorite music is rap, so I'll give you a little rap there.
Oh. Let me hear the rap.
Real talk in his house and Kyle on the chair. That chair.
Alright, scrap.
So
you'll make him not want to listen to rap again.
Sorry.
Classical for you do. Kerwin say his favorite music is Parang, right?
What's his last name by chance?
Well, his family from Paramina, so yeah.
Krista Gordon says she's the all genres type. If you already hit Krista any genre, she's taking it.
I'll have some chutney for Krista. There you go.
Serrana says Nixie look so lovely tonight.
Just like that.
Thank you.
What kind of mama guy thing is this? Continue.
That's a good comment. She gonna win that prize tonight.
That was point. That's how mama guy talk. But continue.
Okay. So Kimberly had a comment. She said I used to sing that Pink song in my room when I was younger. I was not depressed though. But talk about bang on this song and sing like that song. It's a real nice little teenage kind of song. She said, little did I know what I was inviting in my life. So Rana says, our words have power, so what we sing out loud can affect us. Karen has a question. do beats earlier to accept words we would otherwise reject. I think he means.
Yeah, I understand what he means.
Do beats lead you all to
because the
accept,
sounds
yeah,
good.
If the beat
You accept the crappy
good,
lyrics.
if you will take it.
Yeah.
I was now trying to figure out, right, that question there for my queuing.
Leona said, with age, I believe the genre of music starts to change as well, singing out dub and rap music and not paying no mind to the outside world or what that thing because you're going with the beat. But now I cool down, loving jazz as my main, still like R&B, slows, alternative, and others as well. Mostly listen to the beats, not the words, because the words have no sense to it in the music nowadays. Who knows, right?
Who knows?
Karen said,
forget Marvin
your
Gaye.
husband said
Anyway.
you grew up on LL Cool J and Fresh Princess, so we want to know how true that is, Neeks.
That's not true.
Mama said knock you out. That you grew up on?
Mama said knock you out.
Right, LL Cool J.
Right, I don't
continue,
even know.
right?
I hated LL Cool J. I did not like any LL Cool J song.
Continue.
Lisa Beckel says, I have always loved music of most genres. Before I met Christ, I particularly loved dancehall and reggae music. Wow. I loved Alanis Morissette, and I can say that when I was angry with my boyfriend, she said when she was angry with her boyfriend, I would turn on Alanis loud and just rock the house, because she was an angry singer. Music is really powerful.
Angry, just creative.
She's deep. Okay, well, they're just, yeah. They're saying our music was too loud, right? But that's because we're talking about music tonight, so come back,
so
give us
that's
some
good
light.
comeback.
Keisha Nash says, I listen to most and used to love heavy metal as well as rap. What a combination,
I understand, Keisha.
Yeah, we understand you now. And big up Anthony J. Tell us who's your favorite genre of music, and I'll get the choir in front there to sing a little song for you, right?
I didn't know you had a choir.
We know you're one of our best fans and sing,
You
right?
gotta bring them out.
Oh gosh, and
I got rap for it just now.
and
there.
Kieran say his favorite is Tracy Chapman. Well, we know that.
I'm
She
moving
needs to
on.
take a fast car and get out
We're
of
giving it away. We're giving it away, all y'all. To Jay Shad in his house, Jay Sizzle. So movie town, yes, what's your movie?
In his house.
In movie town. This is for you. Come and collect it. Number 12 Anna Street. I could say where we are, right? Number 12 Anna Street. We will link. Send us a message.
Congrats.
Yeah, man. So let's give him a reason to leave
Congrats, J House. J
J
Shad
House
in the
and
house.
come down here, boy. Get a ticket.
Yeah, alright, so you know the next thing we want to move on to, right? Now we talk about like with music and we talk about some of the lyrics and how the music have a part to play in it, right? I want to know where some of the effects now. So we talk about, you know, the little rhythm, the sketch, the words. So we hearing all these words, right? Did music ever have an effect on you, Onika?
Most definitely.
In what way? What way? Let me hear.
Well, I'll be honest, it changed. Music can actually change the way you dress,
Right.
the way you speak,
Right.
the way you walk. It might sound, but I mean, okay, now I just listen to gospel. I mean, I might hear a song here and there and say, hey, that's a nice song, but to say that I'll take it in and listen to it over, no. You know, just it's gospel. But even, I know this is for next week, right? But even within the gospel genre, right? You know what I noticed?
Well, now next week after, but continue.
Sorry, week after, right?
Yeah.
When I am playing a certain type of music and I'm driving, I drive more aggressive. Without a doubt.
Wait, you could drive more aggressive? Whoa.
Blame it on the music. Continue.
Listen, no. I noticed it the other day. Well, for a long time now, like, what it was, I think it was Papa San or something. Not big up to Papa San, loving music and everything.
Papa San, big
There
up.
was some song, and I was playing it loud, and I noticed my stance changed, like a driving, so, and my heart, I was
Or the
like,
ghetto kick in?
yes.
Oh,
I
let's see
started
that.
drive ghetto, and I started drive aggressive, and I'm like, why, you know? But it's always, serious. I mean,
I know,
dead
you
serious,
don't want to
I
hear
know.
my thoughts, but continue.
I'm being dead serious, right? But I mean, like in the past, when I was younger, listening to music and stuff, right? So music makes me aggressive when I'm driving. If I'm listening to aggressive music, sorry, more aggressive.
Right.
But in the past, I saw music change the way I dress. Like, you know, you'd hear my husband talk about when he met me, I had this kind of gothic thing going. It was actually because of the kind of music I was listening to all the time.
Sure.
Black clothes, silver
kind of music you listen
jewelry,
to then?
frogs. Like,
Can I listen to reggae and paint one of them kind of thing?
No, I listen
Because
to...
reggae man saying born out of that. So
No. Reggae was always there because it's, you know, part of the culture and thing. But I mean, the things, you know, like, not... like alternative kind of Alanis Morissette, that kind of Avril Lavigne, them kind of thing. So, no. Actually, I'm trying to remember who I would listen to. No, she was not around then.
She didn't born yet.
But that type of music.
Janet Jackson?
No.
Oh, okay.
Right? Anyway. So it would change the way you dress and just the way, you know, it could even influence your friends because you actually could find things in common with somebody who really like music like you. I mean, I'm sure you experience that where you meet somebody, okay, look, I know hear my girl Lisa like Alanis Morissette. So afterwards I'll say, girl, you listen to Alanis Morissette. It's serious and then we end up, right? So you could actually connect with somebody just off of music.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it influences you now. People get fanatical also about the singers of songs, and they start to identify with them. They start to dress like them. They start to want to cut their hair. I heard somebody in this church say, "I'm going to cut my hair like Taylor Swift because it looks so cute." And blah, 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 blah. Right? I don't know who it is, but so it could influence even
I think
your
I know
style. Right?
Apparently everybody
So
watching the person right now.
It's a
But,
serious thing. It's a serious thing. It can influence your life, actually. Yeah.
What is that about to? How music have I affected? You know, what effects it had on you?
Nah, it had, you know, I was actually a big Justin Timberlake fan.
Tell you the truth, my man.
You could dance like
was
Justin.
One. That was
That's
one.
one.
You could dance
Yeah,
like
that's
Justin.
one. That's one.
Can you dance like Justin?
I probably could dance better, no?
Alright.
But
Let's tune in next week.
But I used to listen to a lot of Britney Spears. Yeah, that was, you know, oops, she did it again, you know, broke people's heart and thing, and I used to be listening to that. But actually, to show you the effect, the kind of effect music actually had on me.
You blonde your hair?
Was, no, I never did that. Was actually how I got saved was, I used to listen to a lot of hip hop and dancehall, right, dancehall. So fellas like Bounty Killer, Be The Man, you know, those kind of songs. And one night, I was in my room listening to DMX. And you know, just giving it brief. I have on headphones and I'm there trying to learn the tune. Because DMX was someone I actually did listen, I did like his music, like serious. And while I'm there listening to the DMX, it never happened to me in my life before. I felt a dark presence came into the room. I could not explain that. Never in my life growing up. Now I listen to music years. But this time, I just remember I was in the corner and it was almost like I was being alone with the song because I'm trying to get it, you know, I want to get it, I want to learn it, sing it. And at that point, when I felt the presence, it felt so strong. It was from, you know, I'm not seeing anything, nothing is visual, but I'm feeling. And it felt like it was coming to a point to come and snatch me, like to come and take me over. But I knew it was bad. Whatever it was, I know it was wrong, it was evil.
Right.
And as it felt like it reached to the point to just...
You remember the song you was listening to then? You can't remember? Was it X Gonna Give It to you?
Boy, it was one of the... Which one?
Continue.
It's one of... I can't remember right now. But while I was singing it, and it felt like it reached to that point, I just ended up saying, Jesus, Jesus, because I did not know what to do. And as I said that, the presence left the room. Like, totally went. Like, that was it.
Right.
And I lie down on my bed there, thinking about what just happened. And that is where the presence of God just came and filled the atmosphere. And that was actually how my life changed.
Right.
Wow.
So that was the influence at that moment. I would say that, you know, when I was listening to music, and, you know, in terms of, you know, hip-hop and, you know, bad, you know, music, violence. And you all know DMX big thing was Ride or Die. That was a big thing.
Yeah.
Me and my cousin was, you know, hey, ride or die. And if you all know what ride or die means, if you're not riding, it's better you die. And that's the type of influence that, you know, these, you ride or die. That's gangsters. You go in a car, and if you don't ride, you'll die.
Oh, ride like in a car.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right. I know generation gap, your generation.
Yeah, generation. What is up, Killer?
That's a big gap.
The mix.
Well, for me, I would say music that really affected me when I was growing up was like Michael Jackson, you know what I mean? I wanted to be like Michael Jackson, so I learned the music.
You want to be a smooth criminal?
I learned the dance moves.
Or the man in the mirror, which one?
Stop it, Kyle. Come on, talk now.
Like I like it too, eh? I touch Kyle Loop there, musical loop. Yes, and especially, you see that party music? When you're prepping to go a party, you're not listening to any music. You listen to party music to prep you for the party.
Wild man, yeah.
To drink the alcohol, to go to the party, to really get on wassy. You know what I mean? And some of them songs I can't mention on the show. You know what I mean?
Right.
So them songs will make you go and hold on and get on a party. That's basically what the song supposed to send you to do. If you're really tuned into the song, that's what you're going to do. And actually sometimes when I would go to a party, you know, you're outside before you go to the party, and the Guntas, the real Guntas reach, and they're not playing Britney Spears in their car. They're playing Mavado and they're ready. Anybody touch them is fight, start, you understand? So if I'm thinking about it, I'll say music is really prep you to do something, send you somewhere. It send you on a little mission, you know what I mean? Whether it is to encounter the presence of God, whether it's to start a fight, to be angry, because one of the girls interviewed, well actually it was a guy, he said his sister used to be waking up just vexed. And it's because she used to listen to Eminem right before she got to sleep. She pounded on some Eminem and he realized, why my sister getting on so? And he realized it was the music. So music sending you somewhere, and it sent me somewhere till I reach up on Zen stage dancing like Michael Jackson. You understand? So the music that you listen to from your childhood could really shape your life and where you go, because to you, like Nick said, you idolize them people.
Yeah.
Whether you want to be Justin Timberlake or you want to be Buju Banton.
Or you want to be Britney
You might
Spears.
smoke a little weed, you know what I mean? They might have some white boys grow up in Westmoreland and they're not acting like that. They're acting like, you know, they want to be, they grow out their ass and they have the Bob Marley Jay-Z's. And where they get their exposure from is music.
Yes.
You understand? And that's what had them willing to smoke weed, to be high, to get locked up and things, you understand? So music is really sitting somewhere.
It's actually, there are plenty. A matter of fact, music could actually, now, with music, it can have effects like, you know, you're feeling sad. Anybody, what kind of music you going to listen to? Sometimes you're feeling a little sad. What are you going to listen to?
A chutney.
A chutney? Asking, I don't know, serious?
I'll rum till I die.
I ain't too sure what the Barry White do.
Anita Baker.
Alright, she need a baker. So, when she's sad, she feel for snacks, so she go for a baker. So, I don't know, you know,
Adele. Sorry, it's a
so let's know the thing.
Here.
So let's have
Adele.
You can listen to them kind of slow music. Alright, when you're angry, when you're feeling, when somebody get upset.
Hello.
When you feel a little upset.
Bounty.
Yeah? Bounty?
Yeah.
Or you feel listen to a little bounty or something like that. When you're feeling happy.
I am happy.
I just made it with shit. Yeah? No, so my point is, many times in music, you're listening to the point at time you could actually be feeling that kind of way. Maybe you want to dwell in your emotions in that moment of that kind of feeling. You might even want to publicly express it. You know what I mean? It's something maybe you want to spend some time with. But for me, music was like, it was so afterwards. But in the beginning, music changed my life totally. You know what I mean? I remember the first time a man had me a cassette with dub music on that. You know what I mean? That thing changed how I would think and my mind, because you know, it's a little catchy and you like it. And then after when I get older and I get introduced to Tupac and Biggie Smalls, now that's when they was real big, right? And I started listening, I'm going back. And I realized this man could really rap. You know what I mean? I find this man had a serious flow, right? And I listened to this thing. But I realized in doing all these things, right, this I allowing these people to influence me. I realized in this time to affect all of how I would talk, my mannerisms. I realized I talking real out of timing. The things, the words I'd be saying. And I know it out of timing because, I'll give an example. Anybody here, when you're safe, or when it's not safe, or just in general, right? Would you listen to something like Eminem with real cussing and thing in front of your parents and thing?
Well, boy.
Nah, not from my parents.
Not generally, but sometimes you wouldn't really do that. You know what I mean? Unless it's your parents and they have something in common with our outer timing song. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like a little Beyonce and both like the Beyonce and the outer timing together and they could bond off or something outer timing.
That wasn't the
but
case.
But generally, you can't just be listening to your outer timing music and your parents because them will come and want you to clout and them kind of thing, right? Or it's just not necessarily what they would do, you just feel weird. You know what I mean? You can't be listening to Ram Ram and all kind of different songs and things and your parents there. It's supposed to be a total outer timing. You understand where I'm from, right?
You don't play Ram Ram in your parents'
You understand? You don't be listening to them kind of music and just normal, you know what I mean? But I can tell you also, I remember one of the last years I went for Carnival. It was Marshall's song, right? But not the last year, the year before that, right? He had a song called Jumbie. And I remember when that man come on his stage and that man started singing that song. I never see coordination so in the whole crowd. You know what I mean? The whole crowd going out of body. And anyway, it was a real catchy song. But something was different about the song when the music come on, right? And how I knew that was the next year, something in my life was changing. And I went, and I just wasn't feeling the same anymore. Something about it, right? And I used to drink then. And I could not enjoy certain type of music. I being honest, right? I couldn't enjoy certain things in Carnival if I wasn't high. Right. You know what I mean? Some of these songs they used to sing, I just couldn't just go along with what they're saying and what they call it to do. Just because, you know, I just find it was real out of time. And you know what, let's start point now. Yeah. So you go and drink a little alcohol to, you know, to free up yourself, you want to say, and indulge in what those things saying, right? Now, seeing that affecting you, like, you know, maybe it could affect your emotions, you know, how you're feeling. Do you think, on that note, right, do you think all music is bad, asking? I don't know.
Definitely.
Whether it be Christian music or secular music, asking.
No.
So is it wrong, like, say a man could sing and he sing a love song for your wife? I don't know.
No.
Well, that's what you gotta sing for your wife.
You what?
That's what you gotta sing. You gotta play the tunes for your wife.
Oh, they killing my wife, so.
Yeah.
Just so.
Yeah.
Just
and
like
this
that.
young man here on the far right here, eh?
Let me real.
But anyhow, on the real, right? No, so nothing wrong if it is, you know what I mean? But I'll give you an example. See, now nothing wrong is saying, when, like, say I love music, right? As a single young man, would you listen to a love song that's saying it?
Tell us.
Not asking.
Nah, I don't do that.
Would you listen to Alice? Turn the lights down low.
No.
And open
you know,
your window curtain.
I'm glad how he brought up that because, wow, you know, as a believer, when it is I, you know, give my life to Christ, there were still things I was dealing with. You know, my life wasn't perfect. And I remember the day I was getting baptized, boy, while driving to the baptism, I was playing Justin Timberlake's Sexy Back.
All right.
And I was playing it hard. And that was an issue in my mind because I'm thinking I'm going to get baptized, but I'm really liking this Justin Timberlake. I'm really liking this tune now.
You gotta put the Justin Timberlake in the water too.
Listen.
Yeah, the baptizer.
This is the first time this is the first time I bring it up, this, it was, well, I then the kind of, you know, I play this song hard and I bang it and I said, whoa, I'm going to get baptized.
Get your sexy back.
You can't remember that song?
Yeah, I know this song, that's seamless. Then you continue.
You know, yeah, that was, you know, I remember I told you all that's why I used to listen.
Yeah, go ahead.
And yeah, so within that time, the issues that I was struggling with, music had a big part to play with my thoughts, with how I feel. And I remember when it is I started to lock off those tunes is when I started experiencing more freedom. Because sometimes as a believer, you may not think, you may say, well, music is music, I could listen to anything. But it could actually affect how you feel.
Yeah.
And if it is you are a young man or a young lady out there, and you especially, you know, you're struggling in the area of, you know, sexuality and being promiscuous.
Don't worry, Ken, we follow.
Yeah, that word cheeky.
If you struggle with that one.
I want Jason to, you know, bring it up again, you know, with that scene. But I'm being promiscuous. Yeah, Jason. Hey, big up to Jason. So, yeah, that could affect, you know, if it is you're struggling in that area and you listening to those type of songs and, you know, and sexual songs, or if it is you're single. If there's a period in your life where, you know, God desire right now for you to be single, you know, have a relationship with him, walk with him. You don't want to be listening to these love songs that you end up in a place where whole day, all you thinking is, boy, if I in a relationship, if I could only be with a man, if I could only be with a woman. And then that even makes the temptation even more stronger.
Right.
So you do want to, I would say as a believer, not to listen to those songs because you don't want to put yourself in that compromising position.
Very true, very true. What is going on online? Let's let me hear.
All right, well, we have Joel Holder. He says...
Hey, Joel, big up.
Hey, where's he saying, Joel? That's on fit to hold. Continue.
He says, chords and frequencies in any genre can mess with your emotions and attitude. As a music producer, I've tried different chords from major to minor on one beat and it totally changes your mood, right? So Joel, you actually won our giveaway to Haagen-Dazs. So
Hold that, Joel.
Get you, boy, Joel.
Hold that, Joel.
eat
Go
a
ahead.
little ice cream while you're producing your music. Write a song about ice cream. Take some inspiration. Message us, right? We have this prize for you, right? All they acting like people don't write songs about anything.
All right, sister, go ahead.
All right, Haagen-Dazs, go
Write a
ahead.
song about pineapple and thing. Okay. And Yala says, I listen to music for every mood, to banter, anger, hurt. And Yala says, DMX is a Christian now, and Alberto is a Christian now.
Hey.
You share your
hear that, I
testimony
hear
with
Well, I
that.
hope that is my name.
Hey, well, boy, DMX. Hey,
Where's the
Jesus
name now?
is the
Because the
man.
name was Darkman X, that would mean.
That
So,
would mean.
yeah.
Maybe ABC.
Yeah, with Satan. but
LMX,
little
LMX,
PG.
like man.
A little ABC, a nice
X still
song
means Satan, no,
now.
but anyhow.
Right, okay. Leona Prince, a simple beat from a piano can definitely have a serious effect on you.
Yeah, sure, right, Leona.
Sometimes like a supernatural force can really take control over you for real.
For
I
Because
remember
them men on the pan ground.
my cousin's talking about this sometimes, right? And it's true. When you listen to music, you just feel our vibes and you just go the vibes and you could do things here. You ever like real dance something and you wake up the next morning and say, what
Why
was
did I behave
doing?
like that?
That is real happened to me.
Still?
Well,
Sorry?
with Christian music,
record
obviously,
true.
but no, ask them it's true. When I wake up in the morning, I just feel like, why was I getting on so?
Old lady father blessing, she read.
Okay. And Yala says, bounty for when you're angry. Cross, angry, miserable.
Miserable. Cross.
Keisha says,
I thought that's a
before-
Christian song, but continue.
Right.
Cross. I put my anger and my miserable things, anyhow, continue.
Before I became a believer, music was my life. It's what got me through the day, right? Keisha said that. I hear lots of people say that
Yeah,
music is their
that's a
life,
common
right?
statement.
That means music is something deep earlier.
Right.
Leona says in Marshall's song Jumbie, it's the pan, the beats of the pan. I'm telling you, there's some spirits behind it, right? Because it's real makeup feels so real, you know? She say it's scary. Keisha has a question. What about if your parents and family playing those songs? You do you, girl. You know what you're about, but Oli will answer it too. Mark, I really like chutney reggae. In case you all don't know, Mark is an artist.
Chutney
He is a worship leader, and on
reggae?
Sunday he's gonna sing a chutney reggae song
he make
for
up a new
us,
genre
right? So
I would love to hear what chutney
Yeah.
reggae sound like.
next week he will sing it first.
This
he
fella
will
didn't
write a
sing one already?
gospel and
A
sing.
chutney reggae.
Shewin Gardner.
So Mark, I hope you know next week if you're on the show you had to sing the
I
chutney
think we should
reggae,
bring Mark
right?
up and sing that chutney reggae right now.
Bring him on, bring him on.
Well, they
World
had to give the
premiere,
man
chutney
some time to
reggae.
prepare. He had to sound good when he come out for them and sing. He had to do his vocal warm-ups and just can't put the man on his spot just so. Okay. And Mark also said, whatever happened to the music the Arawaks would listen to? There are no more Arawak artists in Trinidad. Clearly, Mark is related to the Arawaks. But Mark, if the Lord put that on your heart, boy, you go. Write that song and sing it for us. We waiting to hear
Well, what
it,
we
right?
do know is the Caribs have a song, eh? You continue.
Alright, just getting real corny. We need to
Carib,
move
the bear
on.
continue.
The Arawaks switch over to chicken and sing, boy. They're
All right,
done with the
Celeste.
music.
Celeste.
All right. And the last comment, Kerwin said music is not only the words, beats, chords, etc., but there are spirits attached, and I believe that to an extent. You know,
That's
like
true.
some people just get famous like that. Some, I don't know who, right? But I would guess maybe some people is hire witches and things to pray. So I've heard to pray over their song, and you know it get real big, real
So
fast.
Albert, you have a little
So-
story you can tell about that.
The prize is, once again, Joel Holder. You message us for this prize. It's yours. Don't have your name on it yet, but we're going to write it now. Big up. Back to all ya.
All right, so, you know, I guess on Kerwin, the last, you know, to close off the segment, you know, we talk about how music, the effects on it, you know, how we express ourselves. But is it really just that? No, you know what I mean? I just feeling sad.
way.
I started singing a song and I feel to kill myself, you know what I mean? That don't really just happen just like that, right?
Yeah.
Because there are many songs we listen to, like I told you all, and actually like, certain, secular songs, they talk about like the chandelier that you talk about, talking about suicide. But most of the population ain't gonna just commit suicide just like that, right? True. But it's allow certain things to start to feel a certain way. Now, how you're feeling that way, we don't know yet, right? But what I'm trying to say is there's something else behind music. And it's interesting in the Bible, right? I just want to read that verse for you all to know, right? Now, there's a point in time where Saul was troubled in his life, right? And I just want to read this verse in the Bible so you all will know, right? It comes from 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 23. And here it says, right? And whenever a tormenting spirit from God troubled Saul, David would play the harp, and Saul would feel better, and the tormenting spirit would go away. So I want you to follow this, right? Not only does music allow God's presence to come in the atmosphere and change. A matter of fact, throughout the Bible, you would actually see there's prophets. Before they prophesy, I think Elijah was one of them. Elisha, I mean. Yeah. When it is, he would wonder, when he's going to prophesy and stuff, he'd call for a harpist. He would call for different people to connect with God. Remember I told you all this how we connect to God. We connect to things and show our love and different things like that. Now, here's Saul being tormented by a demon. And he being, think about it, he being tormented. And a man just sit down and start to play his harp. Right. And this demon, he started to feel a different way. And the demons left him. Yeah. So if it is God's presence could change the atmosphere, I want to sincerely ask this now, right? Do you all think some of the music you all listen to, or in the past you all might have listened to, right? It was just more than that's how you was feeling, but it's actually demonic things changing the environment, the atmosphere. It usher in a presence. Where I'll give you an example, right? For carnival time, right? For it's carnival time, and they start to sing certain songs. You would realize in the crowd, the whole atmosphere has actually changed. Yeah. And it's not just the music. You understand where I'm coming from? It's something the environment has changed. As a matter of fact, Berto, you might have a little story along something similar to that. I don't know if you want to be able to share it without calling names. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's actually true, especially, carnival time. And I remember, I had the opportunity to talk to, one of the biggest soca artists, in Trinidad and Tobago. I talk about the top people. And while I was there, talking to them, ministering to them, they gave me a story, about this young lady who, she's one of the most popular, soca artists in Trinidad, this young lady they're talking about. And they got her offer to go and sing in one of the banks. Because there's have different fetes, like fete after fete. And these people, they're always getting called to perform in their fetes. And when they went, there was a song at that time, that year came out. I think the song was called Bacchanal. And this is what they told me, right? No, listen, I didn't ask these people, about anything. But they was going to perform. The young lady was going to perform right before they came on. And they said they made a circle and they started to pray. And they started to enchant this thing, Bacchanal, Bacchanal. And then they say she started to talk weird. And even them was baffled. As listen, they being the top artists in Trinidad. And they watching this thing and say, something here right here. And they say her voice changed. And then as her voice changed, they release her into the stage, and that's how she started to perform and go down low one. And they watching me and said, boy, Alberto, when we saw that, we said, that's different. That is different. Now, soca artists are telling me this. I am not telling them, they are giving me this story. Right. And that is when I realized, whoa, something different here. And they realized that.
You want to say something?
No.
Okay, so, in dealing with that, right, so you're seeing for yourself, right? These people actually, when that scenario, that person was actually invoking a demon. Yes. And so you go back to like what I was showing you, all right? You all might just think that you're listening to Eminem and not knowing there's a demon singing to all you. You might think you're just listening to a little Beyonce to the left, to the left. You understand? Putting a demon in your left pocket. You understand where I'm from, right? You listening to this woman singing, and you don't realize it's demons, they're loosening in the atmosphere. And what those demons trying to do is actually do what? Affect a generation. You see, you might just think, well, watch me. Imagine Beyonce saying, now if you ever watch Beyonce in an interview, right? You realize she like a real shy little timid girl, like a little, you know what I mean? It's actually like Michael Jackson. You ever see Michael Jackson always behave?
Okay,
Talking in an interview and and then after, it's like a whole different person you're watching. You know what I mean? You're really watching the man, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So watch now. You listening to Beyonce and a demon entertaining you, right?
Yes.
You realize that these people have like a big influence. You realize Beyonce is one of the biggest artists at a point in time in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think maybe Rihanna and maybe bigger than her now, right?
Right.
But at the point in time, she was like one of the biggest artists in the world, right?
Yeah.
And imagine the whole world is a demon influencing people.
Yep.
You understand where I'm coming from, right? She actually says it. It's not like something, it's not like a mystery. She actually said it clear on her interview. She said when it is she goes on stage, she feels like something, this took over her, and it's actually, something called Sasha Fierce, and she does things that she knows she cannot do, or she knows the things she would naturally not just do like that, right? So seeing that have demonic things that could influence us, like Berto Point was saying, right? If it is many times as Christians, you would realize you listen to certain type of music, and you actually realize you're stuck in certain parts of your life. You'd actually wonder why it is you're stuck in this place, and you realize they keep turning to something. Do you know many times it's not music you turn into? Just like the rhythm and the beat. It's actually a spiritual thing behind that you keep turning to that actually fulfills some part of your life.
Yeah.
You understand where I'm from, right? It's like, all right, I'll give you an example, right? Why it is when you're going through Tabanka, you'd actually listen to a song saying some of the saddest things ever.
Baby, come back.
Yeah, not even that baby come back, right? We could have it all that kind of thing, right? Rolling in the deep and different things, right? Adele, right? Why you listen to that kind of song for? You know what I mean? Because you're connecting with some of the things that they're saying, right?
Yes.
But you don't realize it's something trying to comfort you. Something trying to make you feel a little better, because you all realize many of these artists, they, like Adele would tell you, right? She said how, like, her albums, right, that actually named after like her age when it is she was going through different phases in her life, right? So she actually singing what she feeling in these phases of her life.
Yeah.
So it means if she feeling and expressing like say a hurt, a heartbreak, a little sadness, or different things like that, right? She would actually express that in the music. So imagine right now, you all know it have people who listen to songs who are like they're going through like suicide, suicidal thoughts and different things, and they're expressing these things through music. And now think about it. What they're invoking when it is you do these things is demonic things. So Berto had an encounter with something that's in the spiritual realm. It means that not everybody who listening to DMX go feel a dark presence just walk into the room. But what they would actually feel is their attitude change.
Yes.
They might be so aware that maybe it's a presence in the room, but something about their attitude would change. You know what I mean? That they actually get a little more angry, they might get a little more aggressive, and you wonder why. You understand where I'm from, right? You actually wonder, why are you feeling this way? You see, it's not just the words you're listening to, it's not just the beat you're going through and you're feeling, it's actually something spiritual entering into in your mind and your thoughts, and you actually start to feel that way. A matter of fact, you all know how the Bible started, right? Anybody knows the first verse in the Bible in the beginning? God created the heavens and the earth, and God said what? Let there be light. And it seems that the words that he spoke empowered something, right? You understand where I'm from, right? So it means in the spiritual realm, some of the words that we confess of our life and we believe, it actually has some kind of effect on our life.
Yeah.
So do you know some of the things you might be listening to? It actually empowers the way things go in your life, the way you might feel. So that's why many times people go and try to a banker, they listen to a real long time, a real long season of sad songs, and they realize the tabanka lingering in their life.
Sure.
Yeah.
You understand? The girl not involved in their life, the person not wrong in their life, but every time they keep turning to this sad music, I just keep playing back the memories. And actually what you're fellowshipping with there is demonic things.
Yeah.
Things about how you see yourself, tell you about your failures, your thoughts. If it is you're feeling a little depressed right now, you turn to a certain type of music. And a matter of fact, you could see it around carnival time, you see the office girl, who normal, but what has happened around carnival time?
Something has changed.
They'd actually be like a total different person. And actually, if you listen to them, they would actually tell you, I don't know where this happened. The liquor can't come in. I don't know where this happened, right? Something that happened to them, and they actually say, you know what I mean? They say demons, they say, wait, is you want with Cass? How what?
What possessed?
Yeah, it's not Cass, it's Marshall and Kerwin. Wait, is the words to the songs that go again?
Say, mess with my body, mess with my mind. Every time it hit me, I feel the wine.
Every time it hit him, he feels the wine. The music messing with his body and messing with his mind. And every time he hear it, you know this thing is, and that's actually one of the biggest songs that year, right?
He didn't say the song hit me, this hit me. So
Yeah.
when it hit me, so
Yeah,
I want to know
it
what
hit
the
me.
it is.
You understand where I'm from,
very
right?
true.
So, do you know many of them just know? And they know it's not the music. You understand where I'm from? They know it's not the music. It's something that's happened. And they don't attribute it to, like, say, the rhythm. Or they don't attribute it to what's the words of the song. Something else you'd realize they're actually describing it as. And you'd realize many times it's a being. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, maybe on that note, right, Keelan? I don't know. When it comes to, like say, music, right? Do you think now, do you listen to the same type of music, and why not? I don't know, why not, or why it is you change maybe some music you listen to?
Like I said before, I used to listen to rap.
Right.
And at this time, my dad, I hooked up my iPod to the car. And I was just listening to the music. He said he wants some music, so I said, Dad, take it now, right? So when he come back, he said, boy, what kind of music you have on this? And when I check, when he leave the house, I say, wait, because it was on an iPod shuffle. I said, I just hope it do play the Biggie. Because that Biggie song is the most vile song in the world. Yes, sir? So you come on and say, what kind of music you listening to? You know what I mean? And that's music I used to listen to. And when I wanted to change my life, I say, oh, I want Jesus in my life and thing. It was real hard for me to just give up the Jay-Z, the rap. But when I listen, like the one we were talking about before, when Jay-Z said, Jesus can't save you. I said, what? This man real bold. And the whole world at that time was saying he's the best rapper. And everybody in every party doing his sign. And I said, wait, so this man take everybody. And I was a big fan. So then it was like a clash for me. Do I listen to Jay-Z? And he says, Jesus can't save me. Or I really trust in Jesus, who is my savior. I had to make a choice there. I dumped the Jay-Z. And I slowly just started to change the music I was listening to. I still am listening to some Common, because he don't craze. But then when I listen to Common music, is some kind of philosophies he have, so I can't listen to him. So the music, the choice is just going on. You gotta delete, and it's like, what am I gonna listen to?
Right.
You know, I just search on YouTube, I say Christian rap. I said, that Christian rap, I've been trying this, I said, look crazy. I said, wow, listen. So God just made, like that at time, for me, I don't know if anybody know Andy Mineo, but that is somebody I used to listen to. I had his CD, and that's all I would listen to in my car. Because I didn't know about radio station 1.7, just this CD alone.
It used to be real annoying all day, but
and everybody's like, you don't have an next CD? But to me, it's like, I don't know what else to listen to now. You know what I mean? And to me, even though it was rap, I really used to feel God's presence. And it really made me see music different. And like, that time I was, right before I got saved, I was in Zen, and the music and everything pumping and whatever. And, you know, my friends looking for me, and I just stand up in Zen, and I just look around. And I see what the music have young ladies doing. And I see this real evil and the whole ambience. And so for me, I give up like the party music one time. I couldn't listen to it. I couldn't listen to the rap because I had a Christian. And where this music really gonna take me?
Yeah,
Not closer to God. And then the lustful music, the slows and Usher. Listen, I tell you, I used to listen to Michael Jackson. I was a big Usher fan because he's a big dancer. So I listened to Usher. And you can't watch him on music videos. Every music video is just pure lust. And that's what the music taking you. So I really tell my parents, take me to Usher concert. My parents take me to Usher concert. Usher calling people on stage, on our sofa, basically doing real out of time and things, right? And it's like training this concert, but he didn't care. This is what the music carrying you know. So for me, I couldn't listen to that anymore. I really had to dump that. And really, when I started to listen to Christian music and worship music, it would bring me way more joy and fulfillment and peace than the rap music. So I have a hard day. I used to listen to the rap, but something not really changing.
Right.
My emotions might change a little bit, but the freedom not there. But when I listen to the worship music, I realize, wait, I can have a full-on party in my room with the Lord, feeling His presence, and I have no desire to go and listen to that rap and soak and whine on music anymore. And I felt so much fulfillment in that, like God was really filling me. And I realized the power of music because you listen to a song over and over, you're meditating, there's a meditation going on.
Right.
So something in your mind just conscious of, and you're going through there and you're singing these songs, it really does change your life.
Right. Yeah.
So if God really impact your life and Jesus hit you and the Holy Spirit hit you, I can't see you just sit down and listen to the same music because you're going to have a clash and your heart, you're going to really have to make a decision.
It's true, and I remember at a point in time, I know for you know, anyway, like he's talking about Biggie Smalls, I just come to my brain when I remember that, right? Anybody knows Biggie Smalls' first album name? Anybody knows? I don't know. You remember his first album was called Ready to Die. And the last song on his album was called Suicidal Thoughts. And it's actually start off, when I die, I want to go to hell. You understand? You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's saying that.
And he's saying that, and I can't say the words that you're feeling in it, right? Because it's cussing and thing, right?
And I listen to that when I die.
And he explaining this whole thing to us, right? About what is going on. And there's actually things he was feeling, and it's like a real gangster thing. And you all know, anybody know his name of his second album?
Tell us, Kyle.
I don't know, you know what I mean? I really don't know. The name of it is called Life After Death. And he died before this album ever, when it came out. You know what I mean? He died right in between when, you all know, Hypnotize is the first song he ever came out with on the album, right? And he died when that song, when the album get big, he actually died. And you'll realize that this man was going through something in his life, you know what I mean? And how you feel, because why would you name your album Ready to Die? And then you name your next album be When You're Dead, Life After Death.
Well, he was ready to die.
And it'll be understand my point now. And you listening to some of the words, imagine, I'll be honest with you, I don't want anybody to listen to that song, right? They actually made some suicidal thoughts. But if it is you hear the lyrics in this bad song about how you want to go to hell, you know, he don't want to go to heaven like me with all the goody two shoes. You know, dressed in white, I like black things and black hoodies, you know what I mean? And you listen to the kind of things this man listening to. And he was at the peak of rap, right? And he been influencing everybody. And this is the kind of things he influenced. And you would realize it was demons influencing the whole, you know, the whole world and a whole, you know, because these are the kind of things people like and they enjoy, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't know about you, Nick. I know you was just going through that point in time in your life.
I just want to say I hope Biggie made it somehow at the end, you know, to have
a life after that, right? So let me see.
Yeah. Sorry, what you asked me?
Like I remember the point in time when you're safe, maybe you used to listen to Alicia Keys and maybe why it is you stop listening to them kind of things, I don't know.
Well, music was a real big part of my life. And probably one of the biggest struggles I had as somebody, you know, giving your life to Christ and stuff as a young person.
Right.
I grew up in music. My dad was a DJ actually. So I would, every Saturday morning I'd get up and go in the back of the room with my dad. He had a DJ room. And listen to him, he had, well, spin records. He was like a DJ with skills because he didn't have no computer and thing, you know, his records and scratching. Anyway, so yeah, and I was like, so I grew up with music, and so giving your life to Christ now and you having a passion for music and stuff, it wasn't like just an automatic thing where, hey, I'm Christian now, no more secular music. So what I found myself doing, even as a believer, I would select certain sounds. Like one of my favorite artists was Alicia Keys, right? Because, you know, she wasn't like raunchy and like, you know, a lot of the other female singers. And I mean, she had an awesome voice and I found she was pretty. So, you know, I say, you know what? Let me just buy one CD, you know? Just one, you know, see how it is, you know? And you listen to all these songs and stuff and thing. And then you say, you know what? You bring out the next CD. You want out the CD song, you know? Just buy the next CD.
Did you find out her name? I don't know.
Alicia Keys.
Yeah, continue.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so you find yourself, but then what I realized though with music is that it is such a powerful force behind music that you listen to, you might say you setting a boundary and I only stick it in this boundary, right?
Right.
I only like Alicia Keys, but never stop there. Because then when you listen to Alicia, one person, and you get into their stuff, because you like them so much, you end up looking at maybe a video or two or whatever, and then you hear them talk, and they collaborate with this one, and you say, hey, let me check this video, and then let me check, and it's always just suck you in more and more and more, and then you find yourself now in this world of secular music, because you love the music, you like, you know, the artists, you get into it and stuff, and I realize, what I realized is that there was really no place that I could find a compromise. There was no compromise. Right. Because it would always suck me in. Yeah. So I would always say, nah, I ain't listening to nobody, I ain't buying no more CD, I ain't going to and checking, but I would always get sucked in a little bit more. So actually what made me stop listening to Alicia Keys and buying any album other than gospel was...
No, I just want to never thought something is beating. I don't know.
One day, a young lady came in the car with me, a believer, you know, knowing me as a, you know, a strong woman of God and stuff. And I wasn't playing the Alicia Keys. I had it on the side and she saw it. And she's like, what's this? So I was like, just you know, Alicia Keys,
something,
you know.
Yeah.
And I said, I'll be honest with you, I listened to that for a long time. I done with that. She said, so where you have the CD for? So I stopped. I say, you know, you have a good point. And the young lady took the initiative to roll down the glass and throw my CD out of the car.
Amen. Amen.
Right?
Alicia, don't take it personally. Alicia Keys, don't take it personally.
Throw my CD out of the car. But actually, I was glad that she did that. Because, yes, I was.
Wow.
Because I tell
Literal?
myself, not only, so I think it's only me I affecting too now. But then here comes a young lady, sat down in my car seat, and to her it was like a shock why I have Alicia Keys in my car.
So she take this and threw it out of the car?
She threw it out of the car. She threw it in the bush.
I guess that's where Beenie Man get his song from. But continue. You don't know, right? Since man who got the keys to my Beenie Man, but continue.
The girls them sugar, obviously.
Kyle. Welcome to Kyle.
Right? She threw it in the grass.
Yeah, he can't figure it out. Forget, just
Who got
forget.
the keys? Ready? I'll continue.
Just forget,
She
just
threw it
forget.
in the grass right here on Anna Street in an empty lot somewhere high up. She threw it in the grass, right? And actually, that was the end of me ever go. I stopped completely getting into any kind of secular music because I realized that not that it is more powerful than me, but I don't want to come up against any other force but the Holy Spirit. And I realized music is a force that could have pull and suck me in. So I lock off that type of music totally. I don't want to be in no fight. You know what I mean? But nothing else. I don't want to fight no demon or no thing trying to get me. So I lock it off totally. I say, nah, you know, I'm done with that. And literally, for me to hear secular sound now, I had to be somewhere out in the mall or something and hear it. Or she come and tell me, Mommy, in school, everybody's singing this song. And she said, Mommy, you know. But to say I go and look for some secular, hard luck. I done with that totally. It want nothing to do with that.
Yeah, you know, as we close off, I just want to encourage everybody, right? You know, see, now we talk about the music. I encourage everybody, whether you be a believer or not, right, to really see the kind of music you listen to. Do you know, like we said before, it affect your culture. You know, Unika was born a very long time ago. And she told me she remembered when dub music came into the nation.
I remember.
And it actually changed the whole remember, because dub wasn't, you all know dub wasn't always a thing, right?
It's always in Trinidad.
You know, really years ago, you know, that it came out as something big. And it affected the whole nation, the culture, you know, how people would dress, how they would do different things, right? So imagine something simple like that just changing, you know, the whole environment. You know, that's why you hear many people acting and talking a certain way. And when you watch the kind of music they're listening to, you'd realize, oh, that's where he get that from, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you'd realize that music, whether you be, you know, whether you be a believer or not, there's actually something that's, you know, you feel it changes the expression in your mood. And what we're trying to explain, there's actually something demonic that comes behind it. It's not just, not just words you're listening to. So you can actually ask something demonic or actually God's spirit behind when it comes to music, right?
Yeah.
So imagine you're listening to a certain type of music and you're allowing demonic things to affect your life. I remember for me, right, when I got saved, I remember I would listen to Tupac and things for a short time, like we say 2 days, right? And I remember listening to a Tupac song, I said, nah boy, I can't listen to a song with cussing and them kind of thing again, right? So I get rid of all the cussing songs. And I said, let me listen to some of the motivational songs. Like, you know, he had a song called Changes. I said, you know, changes, all I see is, you know what I mean? I remember he had a song called Keep Your Head Up. And I remember when I heard that song called Keep Your Head Up, that's one of his first songs, right? I remember later on in his song, he said this, right? He said, and don't blame me, I was just given this world, I didn't make it. And something inside of me, you know, jump up. And I say, wait now, he blaming God for the things that are going on in the world right now. That's his thoughts and the Holy Spirit talking to me, right? And I realized that these people push certain agendas and push certain thoughts and certain philosophies. And I realized something is wrong because they're not just pushing it by themselves, right? Yeah. They're pushing things at how they feel and how they express. And what they don't realize is demons talking to them. So I'll give you an example, right? People singing suicidal thoughts. It's because many suicidal songs, right? Many times they are being influenced by suicidal things. Rap music, most rappers write their own music, right? Most rappers, not all of them. You know what I mean? But most of them write their own music. And while writing these songs, they express things of how they feel in the moment or what's going on in their mind, right? And what they're actually feeling and expressing many times is actually demonic things. Yeah. So they put it on paper or they write it down or whatever, and they express it to us. And imagine now you being influenced or you being entertained. You putting these songs on repeat. Yeah. And what it is really trying to happen is these demonic things or these words are trying to impact your life in somehow, right? So now you start to feel sad, you start to feel angry, you start to express yourself somehow, right? My question is, right, why it is when you're going through a heartbreak, would you turn to demons and not the Lord? You understand? Why you not turn to somebody who could ask something that could actually help you?
Yeah.
So when it is you're going through certain things in your life, I would encourage everybody, right? I mean, one of the things I started off saying, right? Music is something that, you know, we connect out with in love, or how we, the things that we love and how we feel, right?
Yeah.
So if in the moment you actually feeling like down and depressed and stuff, right? Do you know, like just like in the Bible, Saul would feel tormented and troubled. He would actually send for David to play a harp and allow God's presence to change his life. So not only does, you know, God's word change our life, I want to also encourage you all, right, that also music could change how we feel and our environment and how we think and how we see things. You would realize that, like when Nika's saying, right, she's driving and she started to listen to hooligan music, she started to act like a hooligan. In the same way, you might be wondering as a believer, why my life stuck in a place where I struggle with hate and anger. You would realize that the music you actually listen to, once it's from the Lord, it'll actually challenge you as a believer.
True.
It would actually challenge you. In a moment, you can't be listening to, I love you, Lord Jesus, and you totally hate for your mother and your father and thing.
Yeah.
It would actually, you'd realize, you'd break you down, and you'd actually realize, so I come to a point where it actually push you to a choice where you have to actually feel God's presence compelling you to forgive. It would actually be compelling you to love. You could actually feel God's love watching you and staring in your face. And you'd realize you're challenged by love now. Yeah. And you realize now you're not challenged by the things of the world and the philosophies. Because it's easy when it is you hear certain songs, right? Where you hear songs like, there's this guy named Boy who sing, You're Beautiful. I can't remember his song, the name of his song, right? But he actually describing what to do to get a girl. You understand? He actually describing what to do. I said, my life is brilliant. You understand? And he actually, he describing what to do to get a girl. And you actually allowing these people to influence you. When it is you get a horn, go behind our next girl. You understand? To the left, you actually read these are my confessions. And you realize you start to listen to songs that trying to help you to actually even do more wickedness.
True.
You understand? You're actually trying to say, do more wickedness. You get cheated on. Say, well, take that. You understand? Sometimes you're hearing girls saying, why wish I was like a boy sometimes. I could cheat on you and treat you all out. And you realize when you just back and you're listening to this music, they want you to act and think a certain way. Yeah. You realize that, right? But when you start to allow God's presence to change your life, actually through worship, you realize his love would actually challenge your life. So before we finish, Celeste Wait is going on, and let me finish there tonight.
All right, well, let me see what we have. We have Leona Prince. She said Beyonce have it bad. The demons just come out on stage only. Jay Shad said, well, yeah, the music topic gets a bit touchy. The devil was a music coordinator in heaven. It's true. Leona says, yes, I saw the interview. She says, the thingy feeling, come on. Not sure if it was on Oprah or Tyra. Let me see. Thank God I'm strong in body, mind, and spirit. No music can take full control over me now. Keep the faith strong, guys. So, Leona, you stay being possessed by the Holy Spirit. That expression. For lack of a better expression, right? Don't get possessed by demons, but get possessed by the Holy Spirit.
The Lord don't possess nobody, neither will continue.
Music never fully possessed me. Hey. Just that the beats remain singing in your mind over till morning when you wake up is so true. The first thing come out your mouth from your mouth is the song from the night before, Rel Sad. It's very true. Leno Winchester said, that is why I don't listen to any kind of music with music notes after it, right? So I don't know if you're writing a new song, Leno, if you listen to your own music, that's real cool, right? Lisa Beckles, I got saved by the power of music. I went with my Christian housemates to an Easter show at BFM. When I heard Now Behold the Lamb, I felt completely broken and felt God tugging at me. I tried to move to the altar, but my feet felt like lead, and they closed the call. I left school in July with a Kirk Franklin cassette that her housemates gave her as a farewell gift. She played that all summer, like how Keelan only played Annie Mineo. And she said God spoke to her, and that September she went to a Kirk Franklin concert and gave her life to Christ. So music is a real powerful thing, right? Like, music could actually, music could work as a message. You don't have to necessarily listen to a preacher preach, but you could actually get saved listening to somebody's song. Throw that to Alicia Keys in the bush. Yeah, that's what Leona's saying.
Shall the keys to the kingdom now? Continue.
Leona says basically you are what you listen to. For real. Leno, I was also influenced by dancehall, the passa days. Don't bring up them memories, Leno.
Leave that passa. Any pass for me, please?
Don't get too excited, Keelan.
Any pass?
Yeah.
He said he pass. It's true. However, I made a conscious effort to change what I listened to because I wanted to go to another level with God. And that is real true, right? Like, sometimes you can't focus on whatever and you put on worship music and you could actually focus on, you can set your mind on God because you're feeling God's presence. And so, Leno, this prize goes to you. $100 adult gift voucher to Movie Town. You get you, right? So, message us to find out how you can collect this. Congratulations.
Big up. You know, Keelan, that's what something we come down to close,
yeah, I just
right?
want to say, regarding music and like being a parent, like, especially from me speaking to people.
Parent, sorry. Your parent?
No.
We getting finding out news here today.
Sorry.
And
I'm not a parent,
and being a parent.
just clean up, right?
Oh.
As a parent,
Well, anyhow, I
you
know
should
some
be
stories, but
really
continue.
concentrating on your children's music because it's like it could infiltrate your household and you might even know.
Yeah.
You know, some parents do check their children's phone or their iPod to see what they're listening to.
Yeah.
But some of that music, you don't want to come home one day and find a child committed suicide.
Yeah.
You should really check the music that they listen to, and maybe as a parent you could even give them some insight on the effects of music, or let them listen to some cool music that's not necessarily suicidal, you know what I mean?
Right.
So as a parent, you should really focus, check and see
what
your children listening to. Don't just be like, whatever, they can listen to whatever they want, because it really, like we said here on the show, that it really could direct and lead your life, you know? So as a parent, really check out their music.
And she could tell a lot about the child too, you know. I mean, if they listen to that suicidal thoughts, you know, because sometimes a child might want to come out and say certain things. But if you listen to some of the music, you know, if you watch and say, what kind of music you listening to here? You could actually realize, you know, you could, you know, talk to them and, you know, help them. So, you know, tonight, thanks for everybody for tuning in. Next, not this show, the week after, we'd actually be talking about the gospel side of things, right? When it comes to music,
Pressure,
right?
fire.
You know, in the Christian house, we talk about the gospel music, right? Now, so I give you an example. For me, I am not a music man anymore. I would say, like, you know, I just like music no more, right? I love Jesus now. You know what I mean? And I realize a lot of Christians, it's not necessarily Jesus they're on, you know what I mean? It's a vibe. You know what I mean? It's a vibe. It's connect them back to feelings, you know, like jump. Let me jump. I know, and they're seeing things in the environment and they realize it's not of God. But they don't really care because it's a vibe now, you know what I mean? Yeah, the vibes now start. You know, if Marshall was to sing the same song, you know what I mean? You know? And just put some other words. If he's singing about a Christian song, everybody be dancing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But put some more point is this, right? Next, you know, the week after, not next week, the week after, because every other week we start, you know, how the show, we'll be talking about the gospel side of things. So I encourage everybody to tune in, you know.
Yeah, and we're actually hoping to get a gospel artist
yes,
on
we're
the
going to
show.
actually get a gospel artist on
Yeah.
the show. You know, even for Kerwin Duncan, tag him in the chat. Let me see what he's doing. Yeah, hashtag Kerwin Duncan. Big up. You know, so I encourage everybody have a great night. We're done. Let me be real.